Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Airbus 307/900 all the way to Istanbul, Turkey. Sit back, relax, button up your seatbelt, and enjoy the flight to Istanbul. Enjoy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting back, let me put this chair where you guys can actually see me properly or clearly. I'm sitting next to a fig, if you know what a fig is. That's a fig, and I'm enjoying my kombucha here. Very healthy too, very healthy stuff, and thinking of living healthy this year. But that's not why. That's not the reason why I came here for you guys here today, to share to you guys my story. You know, some of the funny things that happen. Everyone has a funny thing that happened to themselves, or any funny stories that they've encountered or they've gone through experience. And today I was like, let me share this story with my subscribers, or some of you people who will get a time to watch this. And if you're watching this for the first time, don't hesitate to click the subscription button on the left here, down here, and you'll see more about me, or if you have any ideas, please, you're welcome. So today I'm going to be sharing you guys. Before I go ahead, this drink is really cool. My location is Melbourne, guys. It's quite warm, and it's 2022, and everyone is excited again. We've crossed another year, and everyone is having goals and plans and stuff like that. But I was thinking maybe I should just share about my funny experience that I had 8 years ago, or 9 years ago actually. I was traveling to Israel, and I took a flight, Turkish airline, and I flew through the first class, or the business class. Okay, so it was my first time flying, and I had no idea that flights, when they give you a ticket, there's a seat number. Okay. I came to realize that after I've arrived in Istanbul. Remember, this was my first time flying, and I don't want to say I was naive, but I had no idea. I just thought maybe it's just like the bus. When you enter into a flight, you choose any seat, and you sit there and you enjoy your flight. But maybe I didn't know. So this is what happened. First of all, I go to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. For those people who know Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, it's an airport in Nairobi, Kenya. So my flight was at 3 in the morning, and I got there very early, 3 hours as usual, and I got to the airport. When I got to the airport, as usual, I checked in, and of course they asked me questions: where are you going, what are you gonna do there, and whatnot. Yeah, and I was like, yeah. First of all, these guys who do work at the airport, man, first of all, guys, they need to calm down before I continue, because some of the questions, they're pretty I don't want to use the word ridiculous, but they're pretty annoying. I was asked, why am I going to Israel? And I told them that I'm going to Israel for volunteering. And they're like, oh, why would you leave Kenya and go to Israel to volunteer? I told them, look, man, it's my call, and I've decided to go to Israel to volunteer. And they asked me, for how long are you going to go there for? And I told the guy, the young man, that I hope he's watching this video. Of course, maybe he's not. That I'm going to volunteer for 2.5 years. He said, oh, for 2.5 years, yeah. Are they paying you anything? I said, no, they're not paying me anything. He said, oh, how are you gonna survive there? I told them, look, I'm going to volunteer in an institution that will gather or will stand for my needs, of my basic needs, including my accommodation and stuff like that. And they were pretty hesitant and just pushing me around, asking me so many questions which were pretty irrelevant. Anyway, I managed to go through that, and usually I don't know why they give, usually they just give you hard time, man, at the airport, man. I hope they've improved nowadays, and they're not asking people so many questions. And remember, this was my first time flying, so I was really nervous. It was my first time flying. I was let me now say I was naive. I've never flown before, and I was so excited, guys. I was so excited to fly. So anyway, they gave me a ticket. This is one of the things that really confused me. They gave me a ticket and checked my luggage in, and there I left. Remember, I was supposed to carry stuff like my basic needs. I didn't really carry much because I was told that sometimes they're very keen and very serious on stuff like liquids and stuff like that. So I left most of my stuff in the country, so I just went in. Well, it was in May, and I think it wasn't a busy time for people to fly. And I boarded the plane. I got my ticket. I saw the ticket. I saw my name was on the ticket, and I knew I was going to Istanbul. And then from Istanbul, I'll take another flight straight to Israel or Ben Gurion Airport. For those of you who've been there. And guys, I was excited, man. I was so happy, and everything was fine. Anyway, the plane came. Plane time came for me to go on the plane, and I went on board. When I entered the plane, the lady was like, "Oh, welcome," and she told me, "This way, please." And I entered. Of course, there's always two doors or two ways. There's like it was a big plane, so there's lines where you can go on. So I took my left turn, and I was like, oh, look, man, I don't really need to go all the way. Everyone was just going further down. I was like, why would I need to go all the way that further down? So I saw big chairs, of course it was a business class. I was like, nobody's sitting here anyway. So I passed the first one. The second one, I was like, I don't need to go that way. So I chose, and I took the chair there, and I sat down. I think there was, I don't know if there was, I think there was enough room, so I had just a backpack. I just put it just under my legs, and I was like, yeah, this is fine, man, I don't need to stress. And I sat and I was like, whoa, this is really nice. And I was sitting, actually, I love, or everyone who is traveling, they always love to sit next to the window, and of course not next to the wings. So I sat there and I was like, whoa, I can see the ground, I can see people, I can see the guys packing our bags and stuff. I was like, oh, this is a nice seat. And everyone was passing by, and I was like, oh, why would they go all the way that back? So I was just like, I'm happy here. So I sat there. Time came, everyone sat down, and everyone has entered. The door is locked. The captain says whatever he's saying, and I'm like, oh, yep, as long as we take our exit and fly and get to our destination safe, that's all I need. So before the plane started to fly, guys, the air hostess came to me and were like, what drink will you want to? I was like, mango juice. I love mango juice. I was like, yeah, I love mango juice. They gave me mango juice. They gave me a big bunch of menus to choose, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I love mango juice. And remember, I'm sitting in business class. Everyone has gone behind me. And they're not being served anything. And yeah, so this guy is sitting on this business class, and of course, when you go to the business class, everyone is usually excuse me, people who get served at the business class first, they really take care of you guys, because you're in a business, you know, you have you're heading somewhere for a business, so they want to serve you first. And yeah, I enjoyed my drink, and the lady asked me, "Do you want any wine or any whatever?" I was like, "No, sorry, I don't take alcohol. I just get my usual mango juice." So, well, so I'm sitting here not knowing that I'm sitting on a business class. I have no idea that I'm traveling on a business class or in a very affordable, if I might say, for lack of a better word, very expensive seat that I haven't paid for. While my chair is chair number 60K. You know, usually K, I think they're usually in the middle. And I was very honest, and well, I didn't know. I didn't have any clue that I was sitting there in the wrong chair. Well, the plane starts. Everyone is on board now, and everyone is happy, excited. I'm excited. Of course, it's my first time flying, and I'm taking it easy, cool. I'm playing it cool. I don't wanna pretend like I've never flown before. You know. Remember, this is my first time flying. So if it's, of course, if you're first time flying, it's something very exciting, you know. Well, the plane starts to take off, and the captain says something before the plane starts to fly. He's like, I don't know, yeah, captain, this, and welcome on board. We'll be flying at this altitude, and da 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 da. I had no idea what he's talking about. And for some reason, this captains or pilots, they always have this speech when they make. It's like they're sleeping, you know. Welcome on board, and like they want to say something, but I don't know if it's me or, you know, have you ever encountered something like that? It's like they're just dragging. They want to talk, but they just, you know, they have this voice, man, like they've been trained for that, you know, like sleepy voice. And yeah, I know, I didn't even pay attention to what he was saying as long as I was on board, and I was happy, you know. Well, the plane starts to fly now, and I'm looking down, man. It's my first time flying, and I'm like, whoa, look at that. First of all, even today, anytime a plane takes off and lands down, my heart always goes high, or I'm always in a panic mode. I have no idea. I'm not afraid of heights, but just the feeling of it going up, your blood flowing, and the feeling of it going down, pumping on the ground, freaks me out to hell. Anyway, I'm in a business class. Who cares? Well, as we are heading on the air, the lady comes back to me again. He's like, "What do you love to have? Any wine, spirits?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, man, I don't take wine." I don't know what I asked this time. I think I asked something else. I don't remember. Maybe a cake or something, or a sandwich or something. And I was served like business class. There's always something. They're always serving you something, making sure that you're comfortable. And they gave me blankets and pillows, and I was like, "Whoa, this is amazing." And we kept on going. First of all, I realized that where I was sitting, everyone was wearing like a suit. Everyone was like in, you know, like in real, apart from one guy who was sitting next to me. He was like very casual, but most of the people there were like in a, you know, very official. And myself, who were not in official clothing, and probably sitting on the wrong chair, you know. And I don't think a lot of people were traveling at that time. Remember, this was like 9 years ago or 8 years ago. And yeah, so I was like, well, you know, whatever they serve me, man, I paid for it. The ticket has been paid. I didn't pay for the ticket. The ticket has been paid for the institution that I was going to serve for. So I didn't really bother much to know how much it cost or whatever. So as the plane was going, maybe 4 hours or something, I think the lady came to me and asked me, "Sir, what's your ticket again?" And can I see your ticket? I gave her my ticket. For some reason, maybe they have like a budget of people who've come on board, and maybe she went and counter checked, and she was like, maybe that seat somebody was supposed to didn't show up or it's missing or something, and I show out my ticket. She was like, "Oh, sorry, sir. Your ticket shows you're supposed to be sitting on seat number 60K. I'm just giving a rough number. Okay, maybe it wasn't 60K or whatever, but at the back, of course, economy. I came to find out this when I got to instantly that on my ticket there's a seat number. I didn't even pay attention to that. All I saw was my name. That is what was important to me at the time. Oh, and I was like, oh, yeah, so like, yeah, sorry, you're supposed to be sitting back there. But she said, it's all right, look, you can just sit there. You know, sometimes they give, if you go to an airport and you ask, maybe you want to sit next to the emergency door, or you want to be upgraded, sometimes they do that. They upgrade you for free. Sometimes they do. I don't know if they do it, they don't do it. Let me know if you think what I'm saying is not correct, but sometimes they do. So I think I got away with it. And here I was, naive guy, flying on a first class, business class, for free. That's when I realized, wait a minute, on the actual ticket, there's a spot that shows what seat you're sitting on. Remember, this was my first time flying, and I've never had people who flew before. That was 9 years ago. I had no any relatives member who was flown. Like my sister had flown before, but she won't tell you this kind of. No one is gonna tell you this kind of stuff until you yourself go there and find this out for yourself. So it was really astonishing for me and surprising for me that I thought flying it's just like going on a bus or a matatu. For those who don't know, a matatu is a normal public means of transport in some countries in Africa, or maybe let me say just Kenya, you know. So I had no idea. So I came to learn one thing, that what you don't know doesn't kill you. You know, what you don't know doesn't kill you. And I had no idea that I wasn't supposed to be sitting there, but I ended up flying first class. Who knows, maybe I will one day fly again on a business class for free, or I'll afford to pay it. Not at the moment, but I can tell someone the experiences of flying in a first class or a business class. Oh boy, amazing, lovely. I'll never forget that. And I just thought maybe to share this with you guys, for my subscribers, for those people who are supporting my channel. And I'll be bringing you guys more stories of my life, of my experiences, or other experiences people that have funny experiences. You know, it's 2022 and we want to start this year with style and forget what has happened in the past and just focus in the future and enjoy our life. And I hope maybe I've made someone smile. I hope I've made someone to know that when you fly, there's actually seats that you're supposed to sit on, and it is not impossible for you to fly on a business class.